Hi, I'm Chris with Double Ott UTVA. Today we're going to install a set of upper door panels on the Polaris RS1. So we'll take you through, show you everything that you're going to receive when you get your package, and then we'll go on and show you what you got to do to install. Okay, when you open your package, just go ahead and take everything out. You're going to have a hardware packet that has 3 bolts, 3 nuts, 6 neoprene lined washers. All this stuff is stainless steel. You're also going to receive 3 of the push pins, just like Polaris uses to hold on all the body panels and everything. You're going to get the right side upper door, you're going to get the left side upper door, and you're going to get an instruction manual. Pretty easy to do, there's not a whole lot involved. You do have to drill 3 holes in the plastic. Other than that, it's not that complicated. Tools you're going to need for installation are a 21/64 drill bit. One of these plastic rivet pullers helps, but you don't necessarily have to have one. You can use a screwdriver to pop them out. 7/16 wrench, a T40 Torx bit, and a 5/32 Allen wrench. All right, first we're going to show you how to take the door panel off. What you want to do is take these 7 Torx head bolts out, and then the door panel will come off. You want to hang on to it, otherwise it might end up on the floor. You close the door part way, and then the door panel just pops right off. Some of these machines, we've noticed as we're taking these apart, you'll pull the panel off and these clips will just fall right off. If they do, just take a pair of pliers and squeeze them together a little bit and then push them back on and they'll stay. Okay, so here we have the left side door piece. What you want to do is peel the maskings off of both sides of it. Once you get the masking off, then you can start peeling the masking off the logo also. Okay, now that we have all the masking peeled, we're going to just install the stainless steel bolts first. So what you want to do is just hold it up here, get it lined up. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory where all the holes are going to line up, and then have somebody hold it for you. If you have somebody. It's a lot easier with 2 people, although it can be done with 1 person. And then what you want to do is, with these neoprene washers, you have to press them on. So just slide them on and then screw it on the rest of the way so it's all the way against the head of the bolt. Then on the back side, that's a little bit different because you're putting it on, so you can see the washer doesn't want to push on that way. So you actually have to thread the neoprene onto the bolt, which isn't that difficult. You just have to use your Allen wrench, hold the washer on the back and spin the Allen wrench on and just thread the washer on as far as it'll go. And just put the nut on. You don't want to tighten it yet. Just thread the nut on till it's snug, and then go on to the next one. So you have 3 of these to do. Also, if you have a Polaris door bag, this door is set up to work with the door bag. What you'll have to do is install the bag with this hardware. But we'll make another video of that when we get a machine in here with the door bag. So stay tuned and watch for our next video, and we'll show you how to do that. One more. Okay, now that we have the stainless bolts installed, what you want to do is close the door. And you want to get the door set where you can see it moves up and down and back and forth, forward and backward just a little bit. So you want to set it so you got a nice looking seal here. You want to try to get this even with the top of your fender. And then once you have it where you like it, just go ahead and tighten the nuts and bolts down. Okay, now that we've got the stainless steel bolts all tight, just want to open the door, make sure that it fits, everything works right. So now we're ready to put the outer door cover back on. Again, if you have somebody around, have them help you hold it on so you don't drop it on the floor. And you want to take your stock Torx bolts, the ones that came on the machine, put those back into the same holes they originally came out of. I usually don't tighten them all down until I get them all started, just in case there's some type of fitment issue. And then just go around and tighten them all down. You can see this piece of the door is machined thinner than the rest of the material. This is 1/4 inch polycarbonate. It's machined down to about 1/8 of an inch. And the reason for that is with this bolt mounting on the outside of it, what we found was if we didn't machine it down, the thickness of the polycarbonate would leave the head of this bolt out so far that it would actually hit the door frame and it wouldn't let the door close all the way. So if you're wondering why it's like that, that's the reason. There you go. We're on to the right side. We're going to go ahead and pull the 2 stock plastic rivets out. And that's where this little tool comes in handy. But like I said before, if you don't have one, you don't necessarily have to have one. You can use screwdrivers. It just works a lot nicer with these. Tends to not mess the head of them up as much. So you want to pull the one up here, this one out. But through our research and development and seeing a few of these machines, what we've discovered is this machine has a push pin here and one here. We've also seen machines come in that have no push pins here at all, and it's got 2 of the T40 Torx bolts. One here, which isn't even in the same hole location as that one, and then one in this hole location, which is where we're going to mount our side panel. So it doesn't matter if you have a push pin or a bolt. That location should be in the correct spot. If it's a bolt, then it's pretty simple. We just pull the bolt out, and then you'll use the bolt to secure it on again. Okay, so now we're going to mark our hole locations. You have to drill 3 holes in the black plastic. These ones have already been drilled because this is the machine that we use to design these, actually. So we screwed up and put a hole here, which isn't supposed to be there. That was part of our R&D. It was a design that didn't actually work as well as this one. So you won't have any of these 4 holes in your machine. So what you want to do is set the door panel in place. Up here you want to go ahead and put one of the plastic rivets back in. You don't have to push it all the way down in like you're permanently mounting it. You can just put it there and leave it like that. And then down here, if you have a bolt, stick the bolt in there and just start threading it in. And all we're doing is just adding these to hold it in place while we mark our hole locations to drill. So with those in place, now what you want to do is position your panel just where it looks good. It should be like this one. It's right along the inside edge of this plastic. Same with the back one. And then just take a We use a silver Sharpie. Anything that's going to leave a mark on the black plastic will work. So then you just want to mark the center of your hole locations on each of these 3 holes. Once you get those marked, then you can pull your plastic rivets back out, or the screw with the bolt, whichever you have, and then go ahead and remove the panel again and set it aside. Okay, now that we have all our holes drilled, what we're going to do is just get our panel, set it back in place, and then I don't think there's any certain order these need to go in. Once your holes are drilled, they are where they are. You can put your pins in. But what you do want to do though is push down and make sure that the pin's all the way down in when you push it to lock it in. Otherwise it'll be a little sloppy. Some are a little harder to press in than others. And if you can't push it, you can take something and just tap it with a hammer and it'll seat itself in. And then that's pretty much it. Now you've got a nice solid door panel. You got both of them installed. That's pretty much the end of the install. Now you can just go out and have fun and use our panels to help keep a lot of the mud and debris off of you. I've also heard from people that have tested them for us that they do help keep a lot of the dust out too that tends to come from the front wheels. We do sell tinted roofs. We make windshields for these machines. Soon to come, rock guards for the trailing arms. So keep checking back for our videos and check us out on the internet. Our website is double ott UTVA.com. So check us out. Thanks for watching our video.